again. Well, this is me again. We're going to be doing a fireside chat. You know, like back in the old days, they used to do those fireside chats. Well, this is a fireside chat without the fire. Basically, we have entered the ending. We're ending. This is October 30th. Today is 2021, and this is October is National Domestic Violence Awareness Month. So, in light of that, I just wanted to go ahead before the month's out and take a little, add my little 2 cents, to share my little 2 cents about what I feel about the matter, because you see, domestic violence is a big problem, and it's been a problem for a long, long time. And so I think, like I said, I have my own ideas about what we need to do about this. So I thought I'd just give my 2 cents and put it on the fireside chat without the fire. Basically, what I think we need to do is we need to stop hiding the women. We need to stop thinking that the best idea is to take the women and hide them out. Take the kids, you gotta uproot them from their school and classes, and you gotta get them away from all their friends and stuff, just to go hide them because somebody don't know how to act. What you need to do is take those men and remove them from the home. Put them in the house for abusers. They're all the men that think they need to be smacking people around and put their hands on people in anger, and put them in a home. And then put one of them ankle bracelets on them so that we always know where they're at, and they know that they're not supposed to be around a certain distance from the house and the kids and the women and stuff. So you got the ankle bracelet on them, so you always know where they're at. And then also what we can do is those big bulletin boards that they have in the neighborhoods, like on the highways and stuff. What you do is you take them bulletin boards, the ones that scroll, not the ones where it just got one picture on it and it just stays there. You get the one that scrolls. So you got, you take his face and plaster it on that little board, and anybody else that need protection in that neighborhood, that got other people that instead of hiding them out in these safe houses, you go ahead and put them in their own houses, in their own areas, and in their neighborhoods, you put the face of the abuser on those little boards, and so everybody in the neighborhood gonna be on the lookout, and when they see that man in the neighborhood, they just go ahead and give him a call. And so if they happen to miss him and he get farther to the house where he's not supposed to be, well, of course he got the ankle bracelet. So you got the community on the lookout because you got your face blasted across their board. And then you got the ankle bracelets on. So that's the way you do. And then all that's government supported. Then the other thing you do is them kids, them little girls, from time they so it's from time they're old enough to start punching and kicking, you go ahead, put some of the government funded money, all that money you using to buy them safe houses and hide them women away. You go ahead and put them little kids and put them in government-funded karate classes or self-defense courses. So they be taking self-defense course from time they're in nursery school all the way to the time they're adults. So then by the time they start dating and going out with these fools, they got their 1st degree, 3rd degree, 5th degree, 7th degree black belt. And so ain't nobody gonna be smacking them around if they know they got a black belt. And then you got those people out there say, oh, that's violent. I don't believe in violence. You know, ain't nothing about violence. What that is a deterrent. It's just like when you go out there and get them home security alarms in your house. You get ADT, you get Brinks, or you get whatever them other ones are. The first thing you want to do is take that little sign, put that stake down in the ground in the front lawn where everybody can see. And then you got these little stickers that you put in the window and on the front and back doors that let everybody know that you have an alarm system in your home. So then when you got them people casing the neighborhood trying to find out how they going to break into next, they see your signs and your stake in the yard, and they're not coming to your house. They're going to go next door, they're going around the corner, they're going to go somewhere, but they're not coming to your house because they see you set up. You got your security. And the same thing with the club. When you're in the parking lot, you got that big old club across your steering wheel, and when people casing the parking lot, trying to find out what car they're going to steal today, they see that club going across your steering wheel, they ain't gonna mess with your car. They might get the one next to yours or behind yours or in front of yours, but they ain't gonna mess with yours. Same thing with that government funded self defense. If you got them degrees, that first, third, second, third, fifth degree black belt, then people know you dating them, you talk to them, you chatting them up, and they know you got some moves. I don't think they're gonna be putting their hands on you in anger. So that is one of the things I think that they should do. And then the other thing I was thinking about, because I be watching TV, all this streaming TV and stuff like that. They having all kinds. You watch news. You can see news in different cities and states and all that. I be watching news in Philadelphia. I be watching news in California. I watch news in different places, Minnesota, all kinds of places. You hear different stories about different things going on in different parts of the country. It's all good. So I be watching that. One thing I watched, it came on TV like in August or September, so it was a couple months ago. But you know what happened? This little girl no, she's not a little girl, she's a woman. But when she was on the escalator in Philadelphia subway, going up the escalator, and then the dude come barging through, just bogarting, trying to get in and push everything. And then she opened her mouth and told the fella, you could say, excuse me. Now see, that dude, when she said that, you could say excuse me, he could have ignored her. He could have cussed her out. He could have rolled his eyes. I mean, there's a selection of things he could have did. But that dude turned around, decided he gonna kick her down the escalator. Kick her down the escalator. Now, I'm not laughing at the fact that she got kicked down the escalator. Because that ain't funny. But, see, I'm a visual person. And see, when I see that kick down the escalator part, that's what I think about my husband, my ex-husband, my baby daddy. And me and my boys riding this escalator, the ladder, riding his coattails up the ladder of success. All of us moving along, trying to, he got our place in the world, and we riding his coattail. And so the way I see it, and so when you see me laughing about this, it's because I'm that visual. I'm visualizing what it means for me and my boys. But basically, we ride his coattail up the escalator, and it's like Reggie, this is his world, and we're in it as an accessory. We're here to complement his aspirations. And so when we wore out our youthfulness, he just turned around and kick us down the escalator. There we go, flying down the escalator so that he can move on and go start over. That's what he chose to do. You go start over. Get a little 20-something. So I got a girl that was eating Fruit Loops and watching Bugs Bunny when he was in nursing school. so he go start over with her. But anyway, so the poor little girl, the one lady I was talking about, she got kicked down the escalator. Now, this is a decision time for her. See, she can either sit down there, make victim noises, cry, and wait for somebody to come and help. Because nobody called 911. Nobody took a picture. Nobody said, sir, stop, halt, do something. Nobody did nothing. So anyway, she can sit down there and make them victim noises, or she can jump to her feet, take them steps, because in the subway they got this escalator. The escalator goes up, but then you got these stairs on both sides. You can take the stairs. You're always at to take the escalator. So she can take them stairs 2 or 3 at a time. Meet his tail up at the top of the escalator, and then now it's her time to make a decision. She gets to decide. See, I see this like a tennis game. When he came bogarting through there, when he came bogarting through there, then she opened her mouth and said, you could have said, excuse me, boom, the ball is batted to him. Now he gets to bat it back. He could say nothing, do nothing, or he can do what he did. He turned around and kicked it down the escalator. He made that decision. Now, conscious decision that he made. He could have ignored the woman. He had to do that. But anyway, so now that she already took them steps 2 and 3 at a time. So she already decided she's not going to not do anything. She didn't decide she's going to just sit there and make victim noises. She decided she's going to do something. So now she at the top of the escalator, and now the ball is in her court, and she gets to decide what she should do. In my opinion, I think it's her decision. She can decide to send that boy out of that subway feet first to the morgue or feet first to the hospital. her decision to make. Now, see, the way I see it, if she sent him to the hospital, well, see, he got mad. See how mad he got when she said, you should have said, excuse me. He was hot. He hot enough to kick her down the escalator. Now he in the hospital. She put him there, so he got all that time to fume and decide what he gonna do about it. What he gonna do when he get out. So I don't think it's a good idea to send him to the hospital. I say send him to the morgue. But then, see, the problem is, like I said, we victims nation. So she sent him to the hospital. He recovered. Now he can sue her. He can bring her up on charges for assault because she went up the escalator after him. And he can sue her for the hospital bill. You know, and then if she sent him to the morgue, get a toe tagged at the end of the day, you know, the family can sue. Well, she wasn't in danger. She went up there. She went after him, and so she should pay. So she would have to be in trouble, and they would put her in jail and throw away the key. I just think we should take all that out of the equation. That should be a non-issue. And she had a whole bunch of witnesses. See that man kick her down the escalator. I say the ball is in her court now. She gets to do whatever she wants with the man because he ain't had no business kicking her down the escalator. And when you do something like that, you get what you get. And so she shouldn't have to be tap dancing in front of a judge and jury of her non-peers, all these people with a conscientious objection to her resolve. She shouldn't have to be tap dancing for her freedom after having to deal with that being kicked down the escalator. I mean, that's the way I see it. That's in my opinion. And then we got these other things that come. What was something else I saw on TV? It was a sad thing because this lady. This is crazy. See, that's why I say we victims. We don't take care of people. We don't look out for folks. That's why you got to learn to look out for your own darn self. Because even in that subway, like I talked about in the subway in Philadelphia, that one lady got raped in the train on the subway. Now, how can you get raped on the train? That was a train I used to take every single day going to work and coming home. In the train car, some poor woman got raped. And you got all these people in the train, and ain't nobody did nothing. How did that happen? And this world has gotten to a place that's like, people, I don't want to get involved. So you got all these people around you that don't want to get involved. Well, you better get involved and get yourself some self-defense so you can learn to defend yourself. Because it ain't funny no more. But on the news, just yesterday, I saw this I don't even know where it was. Like I said, I watched the news on the streaming in different places. But this lady, she had 3 kids, two little girls, and then she had a 1-year-old. Now she was sitting around in the garage, just chillaxing by the fire, just relaxing. Now this dude come running in the thing, chasing her little girl. Now you know what? That man didn't see that mother in that garage. That man came chasing after the little girl, and I think he didn't see the mama back there. So, because he didn't saw the mama back there, he wouldn't chase the little girl. But he started chasing the little girl into the garage, and then the mama jumped up, and she laid it on the man. She punched him a few times and all this, and then the husband came up because he and somebody else was away from the house, and they drove up at the time the woman was laying it on him, and then they jumped in and got the man. And so what happened was when the police came, they called 911. Police came, they said the man was high. He didn't know who he was. He couldn't answer none of their questions. He was high. So they cited him and let him go. Now, to me, that don't make no darn sense. First of all, them little girls going to be traumatized for the rest of their life. 2 of them. And I think, anybody that want to steal somebody's kids, and if the script gets flipped, and you don't accomplish your mission, then what you do is just pretend that you're dazed and confused, you don't know who you are, you're high, and then all you do is get cited, and then released, and then you can try it again next week. That don't make no sense. That don't make no sense at all. But that's what happened. It was in the news. It was in the news just yesterday. And I'm saying, maybe in 2005, when them people grabbed me and started talking about some attempted kidnapping, maybe I should have played dazed and confused. Maybe I should have said, I don't know who I am and where I am. I'm in South Carolina. How did I get here? Maybe I got released, excited and then released. Instead of got to put away for a while, government, what they call it, being a guest of the state. But anyway, I don't think that's right. If that man got any sense, that's probably what he was doing. He was pretending to be high, so that way they can't cause, and then they just let him go, and then he go and try it again. And so another story I got in my head that makes me laugh, it was sad to laugh, because this man in Africa, what's another story about this man in Africa, his poor wife died. Now in Africa, you know, some people, they poor, they ain't got no money. And so when his wife died, he got to bury his wife. So he got to sell his son into slavery, a 10-year-old little boy sold into slavery so that this man could bury his wife. Now I say to myself, don't sell your son into slavery. Take a page out of Reginald Terrence Singleton's book. Take a page out of his book. You ain't got to bury the wife. Say it's not your responsibility, and make it somebody else's responsibility to bury the wife. Don't sell your son into slavery. But it's a different country, different culture, and that was the man's resolve. That's what he came up with. But anyway, I think that was sad, and like I said, I look at these stories, and I can't help sometimes. It just flash back to how it relates to me and my poor sons. Like this poor man selling his son in Africa. Quick solution. Do the Reginald Terrence Singleton on him. Like the lady down here in the escalator and stuff like that. That me and my boy riding Reggie's coattail, trying to eke out our place in the world, settle in someplace nice, and then he got the more use for it, kick us down the escalator, and then the poor lady. But you know, these people, they need to come up with a solution for this domestic violence, because it's been going on for a long time, but since the caveman days, when the cavemen and the homo sapiens and grabbing them women by the hair, dragging them into the cave, and so they still out here don't know how to act. I think when you go out here and you start putting your hands on people in anger, I mean, you ain't got no home training. So what you do is you end up getting trained, you're getting chastised like your parents didn't chastise you. So you end up getting what you get. So your parents need to teach you about not putting your hands on people in anger, so you don't get out into the world and get chastised by somebody who don't love you like your parents did. So, and so it's like they throw this term around now about the mask and the vaccinations and all this. And I say, exercise personal responsibility. Well, you know what? I believe exercising personal responsibility go a long ways too, as far as you understanding who you about to mess with before you mess with them. If you know that you inclined, and people know themselves, they know if they inclined to be smacking people around and put their hands on people in anger, they already know this. So if you know that that's your personality and that's how you resolve things, you need to look it up. You need to find out who this person is that I'm about to smack around before you start smacking around. Because if you smack them around and you smack the wrong one, then then you get what you get. And talking about smacking, that reminds me of another story I saw. The poor lady up there in Minnesota somewhere, I don't even remember where it was, but the poor lady, the witnesses, they always got witnesses. The witnesses they see you got smacked 3 times. They say the man slapped her 3 times. And I'm listening to that story, and I'm saying to myself, well, I can see how he can catch her off guard and smack her the first time. But when you lift your hand to come at the second time and lay one on, but then I say, okay, well, maybe she dazed and confused and hurt and trying to understand what's happening, what's the matter, and what she did to deserve this, or going all those Taurus emotions. So I can see him get that second one in. So we give him that one too. But then the thing is how does he get that third one in? And then he say, you have the inclined to be the person to turn the other cheek when you only got 2 cheeks. So you must look like if you're somebody who think and have self-dialogue, you would think something else coming down the pipe. If I just smacked her twice, still something else gonna be coming down the pipe. So like I say, when you do that, you get what you get. So he come at her the third time. He should be laying on the ground there by that time, writhing, gasping for air. because he didn't get a chance to connect with that third one. That's the way I see it. And when you do all this stuff and you have to defend yourself, you shouldn't have to go up here tap dancing in front of the judge and jury trying to explain yourself. Like they had that other story about the lady in there, and then she telling the police that she was defending herself, or she was scared he was going to do something to her because he was about to reach for a gun or something like that, and she got to it at first and all the other stuff, and so she killed him. But then the ballistics the ballistics come in, and they say, oh no, it didn't happen like that. The blood splatter wasn't this and that. You know, he was asleep when she killed him. Well, you know what? They had all these records about the previous times when she had bruises on her, and she was telling her friends she was trying to get away, but she was scared to get away, and all kinds of stuff in her genitalia when a man was messing with her with some kind of a tool or some kind, just messing with the lady. Years of records, and even OBGYN, just people that were neutral in this situation, had documentation about all the abuse and the things and scars and stuff that she had. So my sad thing is, even if they had all that, why did woman got to be tap dancing for her freedom if she had to take that man out in his sleep? She finally got her. If that's the best she can do. I mean, we're not sending them to self-defense courses from primary school so they can go grow up and learn to defend themselves. So maybe the best you can do is take the man out in his sleep. And then if that happens, I don't think you should be having a tap dance before the judge and the jury if you're non-peered. All these people conscientious objectors to your resolve. You shouldn't have to tap dance for your freedom. I mean, we should change these laws and let these people be able to defend themselves. And then maybe men will think twice, because they know if they put their hand on people, they might be fined signing their own certificate. So anyway, that's my little 2 cents. I don't think there's too many people in the world that would agree with me, but guess what? They don't have to agree with me. You just gotta women, you gotta protect them. They're part of society. It's like we the people. We the ones that make the law. We don't always make the law, but we the ones that be putting these people in office. So you want to protect the women, you need to find these people that's willing to change some laws that's going to allow people to have more latitude to defend themselves. And maybe some of this money that they putting away to hide these women away and put them in safe houses and stuff. Why you gotta hide these people? Let there be peace on earth. The men are the ones who are out there acting like they ain't got no good sense. They're the ones that's acting all vile. So you need to take them out and make them inconvenienced. You don't take the women and the children away. Let them go ahead and live their life, stay in the home, and let them children stay in school and stuff like that. There's enough people in the society and in communities that we can look out for these people, and we ain't got to be hiding women away in those safe houses. Let them people have their lives. Anyway, that's my little 2 cents. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and then maybe make another video about something else later. So, I guess it's a lot of stuff to talk about. You get good stuff from the news. What's the word? I can't think of the word. Fable. Anyway, but I can't think of the word that I was trying to use about what. Anyway, material, but it's another word for it. But anyway, bye. Poor me, I'm getting my mind is going.